Hello, welcome to my world. RPG a day, 2021 world, that is. So, today's prompt for day 3 is tactic. And to me, this is a big part of my style of gaming. I found that the people who started playing at my table, they weren't used to it. And I get a lot of crap for this next phrase I'm about to say, but I truly do like 4th edition. I like tactical style gameplay. Final Fantasy Tactics, one of my favorite games ever. Those style games, I could grind for days at a time. So, when I DM, or even when I play as a player, that's how I look at the battlefield. My players at the table weren't fully understanding this. And then one day, I said to the person who makes all my scenery and stuff like that, Daryl, who sits at my table, I'm like, Daryl, will you come next week with a battle arena? And if I had it here, it's at his house. If I had it here, I'd show you. It is beautiful. The walls were about that high, with seating going down it to the floors below. And when it's time to actually fight, you can pick up the whole circumference of the arena off and leave behind just the flooring. Once I brought this out, I looked at them and I said, I'm not fighting today. You guys are fighting yourself. And I did a mock scenario where they were sleeping and we weren't playing our story. This was a dream sequence, we'll say. And I had them fight each other. Their tactic styles changed because they all couldn't rely on the war machine that came out swinging left and right. They had to actually use their own to defend themselves. Then they had to start thinking all right, I have to hide behind this pillar, so I'm out of eyesight. Or I have to stand over here so I'm within eyesight so I can fire. It caused them to think differently about their skills in their battle tactics. Because their old school battle tactics were send him in. And the guy who makes the battle arena, Daryl, he would go in and crush everybody. Now they were thinking, because before, there's times as a player, you get stuck on using one move, one spell. But now that one move or that one spell doesn't work on someone in your group because you guys built yourself to handle that spell you use a lot. So you have to think differently. And tactics to me are a big part of what the battle sequences in Dungeons and Dragons are. Just how you handle the little things in a fight scene. My own players, when I started playing on the other side with them, and I had a guest DM coming so I could roll dice with him, I was pulling my crossbow, firing it, just dropped it on the ground on my next round instead of putting it away so I wasn't using up an action, and I drew my sword. They were like, whoa, I never thought of just dropping that on the ground. Why not? Think about, I guess my tactics come from, I think about if I am in that spot, how would I be right now? If an orc came through that door right there, what around me would I utilize to my fullest advantage? That to me is what tactics are. So till we talk again, expand your mind to what you think battle is and plot things out more. It'll really throw your players for a blunder when you're like, whoa, or they're like, whoa, or when they do things and plan things out and you're like, whoa, what? Because we take breaks at my table. They smoke cigarettes, I don't. So they will go outside the table, and I'll stay inside, setting up the next thing. They'll discuss something out there, being like, yeah, we know we're going up against this big bad. So let's get, and they start planning and they come back all prepared. And that to me makes, makes me as a DM smile, because it's showing that my storytelling and my adventure, the game that I'm building for them, has them, I hate to say scared, but worried enough to where they have to plan to make sure their PCs, their player characters, are going to survive this adventure. So think about the tactics you lay out before your players, or you guys lay out before your DM. Till then, roll those 20s and roll them hard.